Hello, future investors, and welcome back to the Sunday Live. Here I am today with the one, the only, the Stat Collector. Welcome, mate. Welcome to the channel once again. How are you doing?
Hey, buddy. I'm doing good. Thank you very much, mate. How are you today?
Yeah, really good. Thanks, mate. I've been looking forward to doing this today. It's just so much fun, and it brings so much connectivity to both of our channels, both of our subscribers, both of our viewers. Um, and like you said the other day, it's just a lot easier than normal episodes, isn't it? Because you haven't got to pre-record, edit, do all of the information on the upload and all that sort of stuff. You can just click roll and just have a fun time, which is what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm quickly falling in love with lives because, same as you say, they're a lot easier in respect of is no pre-filming or editing, and the interactivity aspect of it is what I really love. You know, being able to actually chat with everybody in the live chat is just it's an amazing experience.
Yeah. I think has it been actually a couple of weeks since we did an actual official Sunday live together? Because obviously I was away last weekend, and I think the one before that something else. Is that right?
I think, no. Last weekend you were away with it was your partner's birthday, wasn't it? And I
Yeah.
was supposed to be going on with Limited Lead Silver, but we had a little bit of a problem, and I wasn't able to get on there with him, unfortunately, on the day. But no, it's been a couple of weeks since we've had a little chat, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, mate, and I'm really looking forward to just getting back to it. To be fair, it's always good fun. I feel like we're a very good team when we do it together, so it works well. I just want to jump in and start replying to some of the people and say, welcome, Lee Parola. Very, very pleased to have you here. I know we both are. It's not the same if you're not here chatting away in the comments. So welcome, Lee. And Justin Baxter, welcome. He said, how's it going? It's going very well, thanks. I think you're doing well, aren't you, mate? Sack Collector.
I am. I'm a little bit worse for wear from last night's live, and I just want to say thanks to Justin, because Justin's one of the guys who was actually there right through to the very end of a live show last night, which was it was a 4-hour live, which didn't end till about 1 o'clock in the morning, I think it was. So definitely an epic live. So thanks again, Justin, for keeping me company last night, mate. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so gutted I missed it. I'm gonna have to try and put it on and have it on in the background when I'm cooking tomorrow or washing up or doing something, because I'm sure there was so much going on in that I just don't want to miss it. Um, so yeah, but how did it go? I mean, how many sort of people did you have in the chat? What things were you talking about?
Well, it started off because I was supposed to be doing a video on Friday showing how I film my videos, my setup, etc. And I kind of realised, I think it was either Wednesday or Thursday, that I just wasn't going to have time to film or edit anything. So then I thought to myself, well, you know what? I'll just jump on live and do it live. Makes it a lot quicker and easier, and I'll be able to fit it in with everything I've got going off at the moment. So the original theme of the video was my setup, my filming setup, how I mount my camera, my lighting, and everything like that. So that's definitely towards the beginning of the video. After that, we chatted a bit about silver, certain different coins, good coins to collect, that kind of thing, and then it just went on to a free for all where we just started chatting about absolutely everything. It was amazing towards the end. It really was, but it was a shame you couldn't be there. But I totally understand with it being Saturday night, mate.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate. I'm really gutted I missed it, but I'll be doing my best to watch the playback of it at least and seeing what I missed out on. But 4 hours, I mean, that's an absolute feat. I think the most I've ever done was my first ever live stream on this channel, and that was 2 hours. And I think me and you have done a 2 hour one before.
Yeah.
So to do 4 hours on your own, that is an achievement.
Yeah. No, I've got to give a big shout out to the Silver Stacker as well, because he was there pretty much all the way through, helping me get through it. So thanks again to Silver Stacker. I've just seen Lee Pro has put, I passed out by 10 p.m. I hear Lee fell out of his hammock last night.
No way. I'm amazed he's got a hammock. I would love.
Yeah, no, we were saying actually that's something we were talking about in my live stream last night. We got onto camping because I'm a bit of a prepper and a bit of a into bushcraft myself. We actually had a look at my bug out bag, and for sending to Georgia, I found my everyday carry now. But it's the everyday carry. It's the knife that I used to open my letters. Normally, it was hiding on my shelf last night, which he wanted to see it yesterday. So yeah, no, it's we were saying that I like to camp out in a hammock. There's nothing. It's so comfy, and unless you've ever tried it, you know you need to get out there and give it a go.
That's amazing. It's funny you've got a bug out bag. I never knew you had that. And when you say bug out bag, you mean literally a shit hits the fan situation. You've got a bag ready to go, all prepped and ready. That's
Yeah,
a bug out bag.
Yeah, grab and go bag. Yeah. If you need to get out in a flash, it's got about 48 hours worth of emergency stuff in there. You can make a very basic shelter out of it. Some MREs or dried food. Just enough to see through. I also have one in my car, which is a 24-hour one, but that's more there for breakdowns, because just in case I break down in the middle of a moor somewhere, and I've got to wait till morning for someone to get out to help me. I can make myself pretty comfy in the car overnight. But I was a huge prepper. I was a big time prepper back before 2012 with the whole Mayan calendar thing. I got fully swept up into it.
Wow, that's awesome. I do love all that. At least now when the shit hits the fan, I'm going to ping you a message or try and get hold of you and be like, yo, stack collector, I need your help, mate. I haven't even got my own bug out bag, so I'm gonna have to come and find you. I need some help. I can carry the wood and stuff, So.
If I get a petrified firewood, I love it.
I know you've got your massive bow and arrows or archery bows. If I'm probably not saying the right word for it there, but yeah.
No, that's right. It's specifically recurve bows I've got, but you can get a couple of different kind of bows: compound recurve, traditional, and longbow.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool. Right, so looking back to the comments, like you said, Lee said I passed out by 10 p.m. Justin back said I still need to go back and watch the beginning. Yeah, same here, Justin. I completely missed it. Unknown one DGC, nice to see you in the comments. I've never seen your name before. You said nice setup. Thank you. Yeah, we both tried to do a good setup. Currently, the stack collector is definitely unbeatable. He is the champion, the crown holder, the trophy holder when it comes to channel backdrops and setups. I know me and 365 Days of Silver have both taken examples from him. So, yeah, thank you for that.
I can't agree with that. I look at you in 365s and I'm trying to compete with you guys who are trying to compete with me. I find it so funny. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. I still love Baby Groot. I can see he's growing some good old sprouts out there.
Yeah.
So he's doing right, so moving on, we've got Justin saying everyone should have a bug out bag and ready. Yeah, I know it's a massive thing in America. It's lesser, in my opinion, it's probably a lesser thing over here in the UK, but I think during maybe the 2012 period, like you said, and probably the COVID period, maybe even now with the situation going on with Ukraine, Central Europe, there's a invasion, a war. It's actually mental when you really start thinking about it. It's probably actually a very wise thing to have a bug out bag more now than ever. So, yeah, I agree. I'll probably have to get my own set up one day. Lee Prola said bears and wolves in Wales. Really?
No.
That's the first time I've heard of it.
I want to ask Lee, is that for real? Because I know that there are some rewilding campaigns going on at the moment. Now I know it's mostly Scotland for wolves. There's been some boars reintroduced into the New Forest. So is that genuine? Are they looking to put bears and wolves back in Wales, or is that just a joke there? Because I have heard some stuff about that.
That's amazing that boars have been introduced into New Forest. I would have thought they would have been too dangerous because it's quite a touristy place.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of places as well. Couple of places. I went to what was it? It was Mother Shipton's Cave up in it's near Harrogate, and it's where I got this bottle of magic water. If you don't believe me, it is magic water. And,
right, nice.
I'll tell you for why. It's a tourist distraction. It's a brilliant place to go and see. They've got. They used to think it was magic water because there's so much calcium minerals in the waterfall that if you hang something in the waterfall, it turns it into a statue.
Wow, just because of the salts and everything in it.
Yeah, just because all the minerals, all the calcium and everything like that, it soaks, they soak up it. And if you Google it, you'll see images of like, whole bikes, hats, teddy bears. They actually have a business out there where they turn teddy bears into statues and ship them all over the world. But obviously, hundreds of years ago, that was considered to be magic. And there was a woman who lived there, and she was a bit of an outcast. And we called her Mother Shipton, and she was meant to be. She was meant to be a bit of a Nostradamus and predict a few things that happened. But they, while I was up there, they had some information about the rewilding campaign that's going off with the boys. It's really interesting.
Wow. Yeah, I know the New Forest has a lot of witchy stuff, very themed witchy stuff, and that's yeah, very, very interesting stuff there. Just go back to the comments again. Lee said only bear oh sorry, he said nah, only boars and beavers in Wales. So no wolves and bears yet. But maybe if they are doing some rewild and like the Stat Collector says, you could have some in the future. Pretty cool. Kieran Williams, hey guys, hey Kieran, welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate your support. Justin Baxter said, "I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it." Very well said. I absolutely love that saying. It's probably one of my favourite sayings. So it's so true. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. It's very wise words. Lee Parola, no, we've gone through that one. Kieran said, Yorkshire Dales, the Spa. Stephen, greetings, chaps. Welcome, Stephen. Thank you for joining the live stream. The Yorkshire Dales, the Spa looks crazy. Justin, oh no, sorry, Justin. I'd rather have. I'm not sure what he's referring to, saying it looks crazy. Do you know what he's on about there?
I'm not sure. What exactly is it? That looks crazy, Justin. It's so easy. People say something and then the conversation moves down and you forget what people say. But Kieran, yes, 100% right. Mother Shipton's Cave. I assume you've heard of it yourself there, mate. And again, Kieran was one of the guys who was there right until the end last night. So thank you again, Kieran, mate. I really appreciate that, buddy.
So what's the Mother Shipton Cave when it's about?
That's
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, no, the cave, Mother Shipton's Cave is a little cave behind the waterfall. And that's where they used to think she was a witch because she was a bit of an outcast. She had a bit of a humpback, etc. But the place is called Mother Shipton's Cave. There's a video on my old channel of me going around it. I'll send you a link later so you can check it out for yourself.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, that's the name of the place. It's up in Yorkshire, and it's called Mother Shipton's Cave. And if you Google it, it's a tourist attraction. You have to pay to get on the site. It's a nice little walk around. You go up to the cave, and then there's a visitor centre and a gift shop, etc. A little museum there that has no business being there. It just has random things in it that have nothing to do with Mother Shipton or the actual place there. But that made me laugh quite a bit. Knaresborough, that's the one. Yes, Knaresborough, Kieran. Sorry, Kieran just said in the comments Knaresborough. I've only been on the boat, not the cave. Okay, because there's a river that goes right past the cave. Begins with an N. I can't remember the name of the river. But yes, it's Mother Shipton's Cave in Knaresborough. Thank you so much for the information there, Kieran.
Have you ever been to, I believe, is it the Cheddar Gorge in Devon?
Cheddar Gorge, yeah, not in a very, very long time.
Yeah, same here. But that was a cool place to go. I can't remember if there was witchy themed stuff there, but more than likely, historic England. It was very, very big thing, witchcraft and all that sort of thing, wasn't it? I've got to say, mate, I really like your setup today. How you put the monitor in the background, actually showing the live chat. That's really, really intuitive. I like that. It's really cool to see.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's an idea. I had for the live last night. It caused me more problems than anything last night because I had everything set in front of it and I couldn't read any of the comments. I had to keep getting up and poking around stuff. So eventually I just ended up moving stuff. River Nid. Yeah, Kieran's on the board today with what I'm trying to tell you about. But I said it began with an N. The River Nid. That's absolutely perfect.
Awesome. And shine bright like a diamond. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for joining in. We've got 10 people here now, 4 likes. So if you guys can smash the like button, it really appreciate it. It puts it on the for you page or the home page for all of the people that actually do want to watch it. It just gives them that nudge to actually see it so they know it's there. What was the live stream you did? You were supposed to do the other night with another content creator, but you said he had trouble or something and he never managed to get on.
Yeah, it was Liberty. Yeah, Liberty Bleed Silver. We were going to just have a little bit of a chat, but unfortunately, it was just struggling with the old invite system, which, as we found out yesterday, with World Money Wins, it can be tricky, can't it? It can be very difficult getting that through to people.
Yeah, you're right. It's difficult. You know, you have to do it on your phone, as far as I'm aware, when it comes to YouTube. And the problem you've got is like right now, I'm using the phone, and if I want to send someone a link, I've got to take the phone out of the holder, and and then click the link, and then I've got to actually quit off the YouTube app. You know, hide it in the background, and then go onto my emails. It's really awkward. You should, in my opinion, I think you should have a button in the live chat where the host or the other person who's joining the live can click on the live chat. So say Kieran Williams says, I want to join the live stream. You should be able to click Kieran Williams invite, and that's it. I think that would make it much easier, because like we found out yesterday, you hopped off to allow other people to jump on, and it actually ended the live stream just by you leaving, which is unusual because you weren't even a host at the time. So hopefully they figure that out a bit.
I think I know why that is, though, Future. I don't think that would happen normally with anybody else.
Ah, yes, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah. I didn't think about that. Yes.
Yeah. It came to me afterwards. It did. I sometimes I upload the videos for the Sundays onto Future's channel, so I do have some privileges on the channel, don't I? So I think that's probably why I was able to end it. Yeah.
Oh. That's brilliant. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say, sorry, Future, just want to say quickly to Kieran, yes, I did, mate. With me not finishing the live until 1 o'clock this morning, I've been crashed out most of the day. I've not even had a chance to look at it yet, but it's the one you sent about the free banking, wasn't it? I'm really looking forward to having a read through that. Stephen as well, Castleton, I'm a big fan. Which one is it where you're on the boats? The Bullion Caves, really fun. And there's one at the bottom. Do you ever go to the have? This is so cool, Future. I wanted to do it last year, but we have a like a theatre in a cave up in Castleton.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit like a drive-through theatre, and they set it up.
Wow.
And last year they had Jurassic Park playing in a cave on a massive screen theatre.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Jurassic Park as well in the cave.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm a big fan because Stephen's put cave near me in Castleton is the only place you can get Blue Jean. And this Speedwell Caverns, Stephen. Speedwell Caverns is my favourite. That's the one with it's a boat. You go on, it's a river through a cave. You go on a little this tiny, long thin boat, dead tight tunnels, and you go on a little boat ride through the cave system. Just up the road from that, you've got the Blue Jean mine where you can walk through that one and have a look where they used to mine Blue Jean. And I can't remember the name of the one at the bottom where they have the theatres, but it's a beautiful place and it's somewhere I really love to go and see.
Wow, yeah, that sounds amazing. I don't know, because you said about the theatre in the caves. Have you ever done the they used to do it in the early days, like years ago, if you've ever seen like the film Grease, where you can drive your car to an outside screen, you tune into the radio and everyone watches the same film sitting in their cars.
I wanted to. They did it just down the road near me a few years ago, pre-pandemic, and I so wanted to go there. Just go and get a bucket of KFC from KFC down the road and just sit there in the car. As you say, it's brilliant because they give you like a frequency, don't they, where you tune it into your radio, and then that gives you the volume, and you just sit there and watch. But it's pretty much the same setup as the one in the cave, but instead of being in a car, they put loads of like theatre seats out for you to go in. Just in Baxter, I miss driving movie theatres. I know, it's just so cool. I wish we had better weather here in the UK. We could have them more often because the idea we sat outside watching a film it really does seem so cool for me.
Yeah, I would love the idea of a bunch of us content creators linking up on like an organised event where we could all do that, or yeah, just have some sort of organised event. It'd be wicked. So yeah, just going back to the comments. So you guys are smashing it tonight. It's amazing to see. I love it when you guys are pumping out comments. Lee put 24-hour live marathon. I bet you saw that, mate, and thought, bloody no, because you did a 4-hour live stream yesterday. So I bet you're bushed, I imagine.
Yeah, it did give me the idea. I've been pondering the idea today. Like one day, I think I am going to do a marathon, a charity marathon.
That's a brilliant idea. Raising money for charity,
Yeah.
24 hours on a live stream.
Yeah. We'll come up with something. But I quite like the challenge of it. I quite like the idea of like doing it for a cause, obviously, and try and find a good cause and just try and do a ridiculously long marathon live stream. That'd be so. I need yours and other people's help to come on and join me and keep going about, of course, if I was to do that.
Right, that is a fantastic idea, though. Yeah, definitely raise a lot of money for charity. And the only issue I think you would have is, technical issues. How from being a content creator, you'll know as well as me. It's sometimes no fault of your own. The camera, the phone, the internet goes, the live just freezes. So hopefully that wouldn't happen. But yeah.
No, I think it would be an awesome idea for a few of us content creators to do it, because we could do it like a relay race, couldn't we? Where we could do it in 4-hour shifts or something, or 2-hour shifts or whatever. And then someone hops on the live and then moves on. But I think it's something we should think about, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Just moving on. Silent Silver said, "What's up, yo? Just passing by and smashing the like button. An absolute legend. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for also smashing the like button. Like I said, it puts the video out on the homepage of all of our subscribers and people who want to see Precious Metals live streams. So thank you very much. It means a lot. I can see you guys have smashed the like button. It means a lot for us both because it helps the video get out there." Justin said, "That would be awesome. All the stackers on one live stream." Yeah, couldn't agree more. Kieran Williams said, "Yeah, cool idea." Justin Baxter, "I missed the drive-in movie theaters." Yeah, me too. We used to have a few around here, but you don't really hear about it anymore since COVID disappeared. Hopefully it comes back one day. Because he said those were the days. Yeah, definitely. Stephen said, "Are you talking about the Devil's Arse Theatre?" I'll pass it on to you, mate.
Can't believe I forgot that name. Yes, 100%. Yeah, it's for Devil's Arse, mate. That's the name of the cave. That's the name of the cave, Devil's Arse.
No way, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's really genuinely. But no, that's it. The theatre they have there. In fact, I've not looked into it this year. But if they are doing it, I might have a trip up. It's not. I'm not the other side of the country from it, but I'm not around the corner from it. So it is a bit of a drive out. So it would be a bit of an experience. But I'd probably try and do it where I'd go to like the Speedwell Caverns and Blue John Mines in the daytime, and then sit down for the movie at the evening kind of thing.
Yeah, awesome. I just want to touch on something. In a previous video, I asked you guys to give me a name for the old dragon here, the new protector of the channel, the new mascot. And I want to go through some quickly, if that's all right. You guys said, Lee Parola said, Godfrey the Dragon. I like that one. We've got from Darth Stacker, Fidrax. He said it's because future investments and dragon together sounds like Fidrax, and he said Fidrax the green. I like that one actually, pretty cool. Future 365 Days of Silver said Efern invents tutors. He said it's an anagram of future investments, so very inventive from him. John said the Dream Dragon for your dragon's name, future investments. Yeah, like that, very cool. Cobra Stacker said Arium, Aurium fire. Autumn is Latin for gold, and fire he uses to protect your golds and silver. Therefore, Aurium fire. Very, very intuitive, that one there. Cider Soundman, did he put one? No. And Stack Collector, you said, I think I'm going to stick with Valcor the Destroyer. So really good name suggestions there. I'm waiting for a few more to come through, and then I'm going to pick one. But
great suggestions there.
Yeah, you guys did a really good effort there on that. Kieran Williams said, have you ever done gold searching? That's a good question. I mean, we should probably get back onto the finance topics, being that we're investment channels. It's easy that we get chatting away, don't we? But I haven't myself. I would love to do the sieving, where you go to a river that's like known for gold and you sieve through the grain through the river. but I haven't done it myself. How about yourself, stack
No,
collecting?
yeah, I want to try panning, gold panning. It looks so cool, and I believe Wales is a good place. And actually, this is funny enough. There was an article released recently where they believe they found pockets of precious metals in the UK. There's a little bit of a mini gold rush going on in the UK right now. So very on topic that is. Here's the silver stacker and Cyber Soundman just turned up. Hey up, guys, how we doing?
Yeah, thanks for joining in, guys. Hi, Sam, we were just talking about you just before you hopped on. The Silver Stacker, hey mate, welcome. Thank you for taking the time to join the live stream. Appreciate that. But that's interesting. You're saying that gold like deposits or sort of sections have been found in the UK. That's very interesting. Do you know roughly whereabouts in the UK? Have you heard much on that more? Or
Was a map. There was a map with the article with it because we don't obviously we're guessing, but we believe that there's the terrain and the ground around it suggests because obviously what else is in the ground around it, it would give an indication of what kind of things are in that kind of ground. So they did put out a map, and I know down Wales down that side, and then up towards the top in Scotland, and then there's a few spotted areas around the rest of the country. But yeah, a couple of areas where and cobalt as well. I believe they think they may have some in the UK.
oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, on the topic of gold, how's your gold stacking going? I know I can see you've got a silver bar on view there, a proof coin just like I've got. Oh, it's the same one, funnily
Yes,
enough.
yes, I had to. I had to because I knew you'd have yours out, so I had to bring it out as well.
That's cool. I like the way you stood it up, actually. I'm going to have to replicate that because you can see it better. Um, But yeah, in terms of you, I mean, have you found that having a YouTube channel being content creation on precious metals, and I know a lot of yours is numismatic collecting coins, but I know you dabble a little bit in gold and silver. Have you found having a precious metals content creation channel, has it expanded your purchasing on gold and silver bullion, or has it had an effect?
Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because as you know very well yourself, I was heavily watching the videos before I create my own channel. So there was, I was still online seeing all these different pieces of silver and seeing all that, having getting that inspiration from them. So I don't know. Maybe it was as bad when I was just a watcher of YouTube than when I'm a content creator. But I know what people say, like yourself and 365 say. There's like a little bit of a bit of pressure to kind of have things to show people regularly. I, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't ever go out and spend money that I can't afford because of YouTube, to get things for YouTube. But I do think it's important to try and have a good stream of things to show people. Just to go on to your question, you asking regarding gold beforehand. No, my gold stacking has gone so out the window this year. I'm re-evaluating what I'm going to be doing with gold this year because of the house and everything else. I was supposed to be. It was simple. It was, and I think you'll remember from the very beginning of my channel. One silver Britannia a month, 2 quarter-ounce gold Britannias a month, a year. Sorry, around end of March and also again. Towards the end of the year, beginning of winter, that kind of thing. So I haven't done that. The only gold I've actually bought this year is my backyard bullion bar, the 1 gram bar, because obviously I didn't want to let that slip because I've been a big fan of backyard bullion for a long time. It probably even when I was just watching the videos, just casually, I always used to like watching backyard bullying stuff. He does a lot, he makes a lot of stuff, and I've always, one day I will be pouring silver on my channel. I don't know when it will be, but I've wanted to do a bit of smithing and pouring just for so long, and now I've got a little bit of space for myself that I can actually set something up. I'm definitely going to be looking into getting into it.
Yeah, your basement that you did on your house tour, that could potentially be a really good place. I would definitely love to watch that. So that'd be very cool. Um, Just replying to some of your comments here, Lee, Side of Soundman said, "What are we doing?" We're just having a bit of a chat today, a normal Sunday live stream that we do every Sunday, or try to, talking all things precious metals, investing, gold and silver, index funds, and pretty much anything. It's a very, very relaxed live stream. That's what we like to do here. Lee Perola said there's a secret mine near me, referring obviously to the mines that you were saying, stack collector popping up or gold deposits popping up. Kieran said, "Yeah, oh yes, I've got a share in this company about gold mining in Wales and Ireland." And then Metalhead said, "What's the green book below Rich Dad, Poor Dad, sir?" That I will move some of the setup for you. That is a property book that my partner actually bought me for my recent birthday, and it is. I'll show it to you right here. Okay, it's by Wendy Whitaker Large, and it's Extraordinary Profits from Ordinary Properties. And it's about how to create the life of your dreams with just 5 properties. So yeah, the blurb on the back seems very interesting. I'm currently reading How to Own the World by Andrew Craig, and I'm absolutely loving that. I struggle to put the book down, but once I'm done with that, I'll probably move on to another finance book. I think I'm going to save the property one for when I'm a bit closer to actually making the purchase of my first buy to let, because I don't see the benefit of reading that property book when I'm, close to 2 years away from even buying it. I'd rather read it nearer the time of being able to purchase it, so my mind's more fresh. But yeah, I hope that answers your question regarding that book. So the Soundman said, "Oh man, silver pouring is serious ASMR. Watch the subs flow." Yeah, ASMR has huge subscriber following. It's crazy the views that you can get. I did consider doing it a long time ago on Future Investments, saying, um, doing a talking about precious metals and actually whispering, but I thought it might be a bit strange. I don't know. If you guys would like to see it, let me know. But I won't do it unless you ask for it, probably. Stephen said, "Me and Backyard Bullion had a bit of a run in a few years ago." Oh God, that's not very good.
No. When you say running, Stephen, do you mean like you just ran into each other, like bumped into each other, or do you mean like you had a bit of a disagreement or something?
Yeah, it sounded a bit like that, didn't it? To be fair.
Yeah, it sounds like that, but I think it could just be it might come across the wrong way, but yeah, no, that's not great at all. Kieran Williams, I'd rather buy land over property. That's what I would do. Everyone is different. No, I understand that. I want to buy some land for various reasons, but future, you could sit there and rub your gold bars for an hour. That's some great ASMR, isn't it?
Hey, if it brings in the views and you guys enjoy it, that's all that matters. So I'll rub as much gold together and silver together as you want. If I'm getting 1,000 views a video, yeah, I'll definitely do it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to see it. I was even thinking about, just like I said, doing it and actually ASMR talking it, but I don't know. Maybe I have to try it one day. Side of Salmon just said, "I have a leather goods business, and the amount of people that have asked me to Instagram with video is crazy." What do you mean? I have leather goods business, and the amount of
Can I just say, Side of Salmon has sent me a couple of people. He makes custom made leather like pouches and stuff, like he makes wallets and stuff like that. And he sent me a couple of photos of work he's done, and it's phenomenal. It's such high quality stuff. Once I've sorted everything out, I'm thinking of having him knock me a little something up for the backdrop of the channel. It's so good. It's really, really great stuff. I can't remember the name of the business you said, Si, but I definitely recommend people going out and checking that out.
Well, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I might even have to place an order myself there, because I actually am in need of a new wallet. So timing of that is quite useful. But yeah, so very interesting. I'm seeing that you've got a lot of coins down there at the bottom of your screen, mate, and you've got that case that Groot and the silver proof coin is sitting on. Is there anything in there, or is that just like a empty storage at the moment?
I don't know. I don't know what's in the box anymore. There's a few bits of silver in that one. I don't know why that sort of silver 6 months in it. This one here, that's got some jewelry. It's a really nice coin here. It's only copper. Let me get out of this capsule because this capsule is like the best condition. But yeah, look at that there. This is a 17.99 halfpenny, I do believe.
Wow.
So that's George the Third right there. So see, when you get so old, they flip vertically, not horizontally.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so it's a bit they're like the Americans when you get past a certain age, look. So you'll flip like that. Always catches me out. It's like when I'm looking at an American coin. So gold wise, I've got the golden Rush. I've got a few gold rings. That's silver, but I've got 4 gold rings in here. Gold. I don't know why I've got that pound because it's like proof like. So I've kept onto it. I think I'm going to send that to Frankie Stack of that pound because it looks so nice. Because he's a big fan of world currency, a bit like I am. That one, I think this one's where I keep my my little stands. Yeah, there we go. And inside Groot, I don't know. I mean, I've lathered Groot with a load of. He's got his own little hoard now.
I love that.
And here, yeah, okay, we've got some stuff in here. We've got my my silver 3p date run. That's on my that's my date run and my silver 3p. We've got my the competition 500. Oh, we've got a photo of me and somebody right there. We got the competition prizes for my 500 subscriber giveaway, where you could either win this 2023 Silver Britannia or both of these £5.50 couple nickel bunk coins from the Royal Mint. And then what I've been doing is, because I absolutely love it when I get, I keep all the mail I get as from everybody. So there's some bits from Backyard Bullion when he's sent me like the 365 days of silver 1 gram bar and the 1 gram bar I purchased from him. Some bits from Cranky in there and from Jamie. I purchased these recently just because I thought they were quite fun.
Oh, okay.
I probably got them. I like the orangutan.
Yeah, that's awesome. What country is that?
That's Indonesia, and that one is Burma. So Burma, Indonesia. Wow. Oh, Future, you wouldn't have seen. Right, I've got a little test for you. See how good you are, because you didn't watch my live last night, so you don't know the answer to this. So,
oh God, I'm going to fail this badly. I know.
Everybody failed, Future. Don't worry about it. You've got this coin right here, which is a.
I'm going to try my best.
Yeah, you got guess what I paid for them. Okay, so there's this coin right here, which is a Duckham Oil commemorative coin celebrating Queen Elizabeth's Silver Jubilee, 1977. It's not silver, but there's that there. There is this here, which you may have noticed in the background previously, but there's that here as well, a new antique camera for my collection.
Yeah.
And also, finally, this is what seeing those notes made me think of it. There's this entire world money collection, which is absolutely it's chock full of banknotes from around the world. Then if you get past them, you've got currency of the world. So you've got an American $50 there. There's some awesome Mexican coins. Here we go. I love the Mexican coins, pesos, etc. There's some gorgeous coins. So this folder, that camera, and the 1977 Duckham Oil coin, how much do you reckon I paid for all of them put together?
Did you buy it in one bulk load, or was it one purchase?
One purchase, yes, mate.
Okay, I think you paid $4.99 for the coin. The camera, I think, is going to be very expensive because it's vintage. I reckon the camera was. I'm gonna say £50. So I'm gonna say so far £55. The coin collection book with the notes, a very niche thing. I don't think they'll be able to sell it for as much as people might think, because again, it's a very niche thing. But you could argue that to the right person, they're willing to pay more. I'm gonna say £5 for the coin, 50 for the camera, and I'm gonna say $24.99 for the book. So I'm gonna say 50. 60, 75, £80 for all of it.
I paid 20.
Oh my God, I was well off.
20 quid, mate. Yeah, Cobra Stack, you're not allowed to. You was part of it live last night, wasn't you? No, you guys aren't allowed to guess, especially not you, Kieran. I'm sure you were definitely there last night. Yeah, that was just the future. That was because he wasn't there last night. But yeah, 20 quid for the lot, mate. So
Wow,
I like to get
bargain.
things. I'm a bit of a car boot fiend. You know, they weren't from a car boot. They were from somebody I know who came across them and didn't have any interest in them. So I just made them a low ball offer to take them off their hands, and a lot of the times we just accept. You know, we take it.
Wow, that is a steal. I mean, I probably was overthinking it there, but I honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if you said yes, £80 for all of that. So bargain, mate, absolute bargain.
Yeah, no, I think the
Yeah.
evaluation's pretty spot on. I think 80 quid's probably about. I don't know. I mean, that could be worth a lot more. I have no idea. It's not something I've come across myself. It's definitely a welcome part of my camera collection. But who knows? That could be worth whatever. I've not researched
Could
it
you
yet. So.
theoretically still take a picture with that if you had the right film in it or something?
I don't know on this one. I've not looked yet if it is still operational. I know all of my other cameras are operational, and with these ones, there's not a hell of a lot to them. Yeah, there we go. Once you've opened them, the film reel goes in that side, and you wind it up that side. So there's not really a lot that can go wrong with them a lot of the time, as long as the back still closes up, etc. So I reckon, looking at it, if you could get the film, you could probably take a snap or two with that.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that was good fun. I appreciate that. That was nice to take part in and have a guess. Cobra Stackers said, quick pop in to say hello. Welcome. Welcome, Cobra Stacker. I recently watched your video. Thank you for the shout out in your video. I love your new dragon. Awesome that you've also added a dragon. I know you said you'd already ordered it anyway before I popped mine in, but even if you added, I wouldn't mind. I think it's fantastic. I'd love everyone to have some form of dragon in their backdrop because it's unusual. And as we know in like Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, I think it is, the dragon sits on a bunch of gold. So I think it fits quite well. There is a topic though I've just suddenly thought about. I wanted to ask you, being that you're a qualified diver, or sorry, scuba diver, what's your thoughts on the Titan submarine submersible that obviously went wrong? Because being a qualified diver and something that is your passion, you'll know a lot about pressures and safety and all of that. What's your thoughts on the whole thing?
Yeah, it's something we touched on very quickly last night at the live. I mean, it's a tragically sad thing. I've not followed it because everything you know I've got everything going off. I've not really followed it, but my understanding is we've called off a search now. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they called it off as soon as they had the press conference where the admiral said almost categorically confirmed that there had been an implosion. They'd found the tail cone of the Titan submarine, and there was no possible way that they were alive. They would have died in the implosion. Yeah.
I mean, when you're talking about those kind of depths, when things go wrong, it's a very, very slim chance of recovery at the best of times. Anyway, one thing I said last night live, it's tragically sad, but I do have a lot of respect for the bravery of the person who went down in the sub, because he's kind of himself a place in the books of people like Ernie Shackleton and Hilary Scott and people like that. Sorry, Edmund Hillary. You know what I mean? He's a great adventurer now, and he gave his life trying to advance the world of science. So I've got a lot of respect for him, and there's a lot of sadness for the friends and family involved. But if we're not pushing final frontiers like this, we don't really learn. I know you could send, nowadays you could send unmanned subs down, but it's good to see a little bit of sense of adventure still in the world, if you know what I mean. I don't want that to sound callous, because it is obviously a horrible thing that happened. We've declared him dead, Cobra Stack has said, and I can completely understand that. It's I didn't think that he was going to get rescued from day dot, to be honest with you. you've got everything to look into, like pressure and everything like that, like you say. And a lot of the time, if anything goes wrong with the pressure in the submersible that he's in, he won't be able to come straight back up, because you can't just go through that much pressure change in one go. You have to stay in dive bells for like 13 hours and that kind of thing. I mean, I'm a recreational diver. I dive down to 60 feet, so this is way out of my league. So, but yeah, it's tragically sad. It is.
60 feet though. Moving on to you, that's bloody deep. 60 feet under the. I mean, when you're diving to that depth, so you're in a part of the ocean where 60 feet isn't even close to the bottom of like the ocean where you are, or is it like 60 feet you're on the bottom of wherever you're diving?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times you won't necessarily go down to 60 feet, because you might go to a coral reef that's 40 feet down, and it's within your, So a lot of the times the bottom wants to be roughly around where it doesn't want to be too much further down than what you're going. I can remember when I was training for my diving, and I went I just swam just a little bit. It was like a cavern underwater, a massive drop off, and I just swam just past it, and I fell about 20 feet in the water. It was insane. It was because the water was so much colder. It was a big difference in the pressure of water, and it's my weight just fell down, and I had to swim back up, and that was quite shaky. 12,000 feet. What did you think was 12,000 feet, sorry, my mate? 60 feet is what I'm qualified to as a diver. That's pretty much, wreck dive, where people start with wreck diving. I'm not sure how deep the Titanic is, but yeah, when I was mentioning 60 feet, that was my qualification there.
Yeah, I believe what he's referring to is the Titanic, I think, and again, don't quote me on this, but I'm 85% sure it's 12,000 feet down.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think they made it to 12,000 feet. I think I read somewhere that they believe they made it 9,000 feet. But it's interesting to know, because on the Titan, they had actually made it to the Titanic before on other voyages, and there's footage of that. But an expert was saying that they didn't account for stresses to the frame of the submersible. Obviously, going down to 12,000 feet in this particular submersible submarine, it clearly wasn't strong enough to handle those sort of pressures, let alone doing it multiple times. So they obviously somehow managed to do it a few times, but the stresses on the frame, by the sounds of it, couldn't handle it on the time that it went down for the very last time. GNS Metals, does anyone know where to get that dragon from? Yes. Now, this is only going to be helpful to you if you are from the United Kingdom, but you can go to a place in New Forest, England. New Forest, specifically Burley, Burley, New Forest. And it's like an oldie witchy area where they have all sorts of shops like that, and you can pick lots of different dragons up like that. You can pick ones up that are glittery. You can pick smaller ones up that are cracking out of like a white egg, which I nearly bought one, but I decided on the fact that I need one that has remnants of like gold coloring and sparkles to reflect silver, and I like the fact that it had a backlight to really give an effect on the backdrops. But if you're from the UK, from the New Forest, but yeah, I'm sure you can find stuff like that online anyway if you had a good look. Cider Soundman said, "Oh, sorry, I misheard." Cider Soundman also said, "Yes, the Titanic is at 12,000 feet. Yeah, so pretty bloody deep." Carbon fiber hull, yes, Lee, it did have a carbon fiber hull. Even the guy that made it, I saw him in an interview. He said it's not recommended, but I'm trying to do like innovation. Yeah, so obviously we know how that went, unfortunately, but obviously they paid the price. It's not nice. GNS Metals, no worries. When you're diving, Stack Collector, do you? This is a really random question, but when I go in the sea, even in England, I'm paranoid of sharks. Do you not worry when you're abroad and you're diving that you're going to get bloody attacked by a great white or something like that? Because the ocean is a scary place to me.
Yeah, no, it is. More so as I get older. Yeah, I think when I was younger, I just wasn't. I was a bit naive to everything. But when I was in Hawaii, we did see a shark when we were diving, a 6-foot white tip reef shark. I mean, but what terrifies me? You've seen river monsters with Jeremy Wade, haven't you? It's
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I mean, the good thing is when you're in there and you've got your mask on, you've got, as where I've dived, it's been clear water with good visibility, so you can see what's going on. It'd be a bit more, when you're in pea soup, a lot of places in the UK are a lot more cloudy, and it can be, I can imagine that would be a lot more daunting. But when you've got good visibility, you can pretty much see around you, and you're normally fairly close to the boat anyway. So if you really have to, then you just get out and get back into the boat.
Yeah. Do you carry like a diving knife on like your leg, like in case you get caught or something like that? You can cut free, or obviously defense if there was something to come at you.
Yeah, I do. It's recommended that divers have a knife in case like you said, something gets tangled up and you just need to cut yourself free in an emergency or anything like that. The funny thing is, this knife here, which is one that I use for the unboxing the letters, I actually got that through rock climbing. So that's my climbing knife. Because
okay.
it's got a really nice, quick. That's not a flick knife. That's my finger doing that. It's that bit just so you can really, with one hand, if you're on a rope and it's got a serrated edge, so it can be a bit better for cutting. But that's why I got this knife. That's my rock climbing and tree climbing knife right there. So it's always, if you're ever doing anything like climbing or diving, it's always it is always recommended to have a good knife with you.
Yeah, awesome. That's good to hear. I love hearing that sort of stuff because obviously being a tree surgeon, you need all that sort of stuff, and it's just so foreign to me thinking about climbing up a bloody tree and starting a chainsaw and cutting the bugger down. Oh,
Yeah.
I tip my hat to you, mate, for that.
Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you. I'll have to get my
Um,
chainsaws out one day and go through them all. I've got about 5 or 6 chainsaws of all different sizes, so we'll have to go through them on the channel one time. Do a little short with them or
yeah,
something.
yeah, definitely. And Sage just said, Lee said, oh no, here we go back. So Justin said, you couldn't pay me enough to go in the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, I second you on that one. Lee Parola said, me too, I'd freak out. And Silas Hellman said, I'd absolutely have a fear of this. I absolutely have a fear of the sea. I was snorkeling in Egypt once and shit myself. Excuse my French. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I know that bloke in Egypt recently got eaten by a shark. So,
Oh wow!
yeah.
Wow. I'm not sure I've heard that.
Isn't that?
When I was at Hawaii, funny enough, when I was at Hawaii, we had the first shark attack there in 5 years, and it was literally like what, mile down beach from where I was.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that happened because the water was murky. Because sharks don't like the taste of humans.
Was
They
that? Oh, sorry.
so no, go on, ask your question.
Sorry, yeah, I was going to say, was that a diver that got eaten, or?
No, it was a snorkeler. They didn't get
Okay.
eaten. This is possibly one of the most common types of shark attack. If you're in murky water, pea soup as I like to call it, the shark can't really see what you are, but they can feel you there because we've got that sensors on the nose. And what they do is it's an investigatory nip. So they go up and nip you and see what you are. But when you're looking about a shark with half the size it's got, with the power it's got in its mouth, a nip from a shark is could be losing your arm or your leg and dying. But I think they were pulled out of water pretty safe. But it was quite I was quite a bit of an excitement to happen while I was there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Uh, uh, Stephen said, Justin said, I fear the ocean even more than space. Yeah, the ocean's so unknown. I mean, it's crazy that we've not even explored like so much of the ocean and the depths of it. I mean, you could talk about it forever. It's insane. So the Salman said the footage was nasty, utterly terrifying. Yeah, I've got to be honest, I saw it as well. It wasn't a pleasant, horrible thing to see. Cobra Stacker said the shark attack in Egypt was in Hurghada. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But yeah, it was horrible, horrible. Poor bloke. It was a bad way to go. Kieran Williams said, "I hate the heat in Hawaii." Well, I've never been to Hawaii. I don't know about you, the sack collector. I'm sure it'd be a nice place to go diving.
That's where I learned. That's where I qualified.
Oh, Christ. There you go. That rings a bell now, but I must admit I had forgot that you said that.
No problem.
Wow.
No problem. Can I just say quickly? Stephen said one a little bit earlier about the knife being. I hope it's Sheffield made knife. It isn't, Stephen. But what I do have right here is on Gridstone, Sheffield area, and a guide to rock climbing, the Sheffield area right there. How's that? I'm not from Sheffield, by the way. That's a coincidence, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's so there you go, Stephen. If you wanted something from Sheffield, you've got the Sheffield area climbers guide from, I don't know, about 100 years ago or something, whatever it is. But yeah, there you go. And then stuff about the shark attack in. So is that, I'd say, sorry, you say there's footage of that, is there?
Yeah, there is. I've actually seen it on Twitter. Unfortunately uncensored, and the bloke's you just start in the footage and he's just been nipped, and then the shark comes back and he's screaming for his dad, and he's currently like vertical, like you are when you're standing in the water, and the shark comes back and obviously does a huge bite, and all you see is a huge red splosh of obviously blood mixed with water come out of the top of the water, and then he gets turned upside down, spun like a teapot, and he's upside down, and you see his legs and his feet, and he's doing like a pirouette in the water upside down, and then he comes back up, head up, screaming. It comes back, and then eventually it pulls him down, and you don't actually see him again after that. So.
Oh wow, that is harrowing, isn't it? That is, and look how easy it can. We are not the king of the water. We're it's a different territory, and we do not have dominion down there at all. We are, it scares me. It does. Going back to what you said earlier, I find it terrifying in the water. And stuff like that makes it, there's a good chance I'll never dive again now because.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, no, it's that's awful. I don't know if I'm gonna check that out because it sounds a bit too. It's one of those things that's if you don't realize how gruesome it is, you might click on it and just think, oh, let's have a look at that, and then walk away like with a white face and wide eyes and like, what have I just witnessed, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So. That's not good. But who was it about the jellyfish? Stephen, it's the jellyfish you should be scared of. Justin Baxter, I've been stung by jellyfish in the Gulf of Mexico. I accidentally went through the swarm. Yeah, I mean, with jellyfish, you're damn right. I mean, a lot of the time, it's like like spiders and scorpions, isn't it? A lot of the time they won't do anything to you, but if you get something like a box jellyfish or a Portuguese man of war, then it's game over, man, isn't it? And is it the box jellyfish that are tiny? Like, there's one of them, isn't it? It's like one of the most poisonous, dangerous jellyfish on the planet, and it's absolutely tiny, near enough invisible. You can't see it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not the jellyfish expert when it comes to them, but all I know is if I see a jellyfish in the water, I'm swimming the other way.
Yeah. Absolutely, they're horrific. Apparently, it was a tiger shark. Does not surprise me at all. The tiger sharks are a bit of a garbage of the oceans. One of the most aggressive species of shark. I think bull shark's the most aggressive, isn't it? Shark attacks and gold coin, marvelous variety, lads. Conspiracy theories, shark attacks, and gold coin. But you get a good mix here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. We've gone off on a right tangent tonight, but I'm loving it. Talking about submarines, snorkeling, and shark attacks.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't beat it, though. That's the best thing about it. My live stream last night, after about hour 2, just started going well off the wall. We got into like aliens, religion, a little bit of politics, all kinds of stuff last night, which to me is absolutely brilliant. The channel is Precious Metal Investing channel, but I do have a lot of them for interest, and I do enjoy chatting about them like this.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Couldn't have said it better myself. You get so serious when it comes to filming content for investments in precious metals because it is a serious topic, but it's nice to do a live and just be a bit more relaxed. And I still, don't get me wrong, I love talking about the index funds, the S&P 500. It's my passion, but to mix it up is also great as well. I love that comment that you just read out by Si, where he says conspiracy theories, shark attacks and goals. Marvelous variety, lads. LOL. Justin Baxter said, I was a bit confused when I jumped in live stream last night. I missed it, but as you just said, it went off on a tangent, didn't it?
Yeah, it got to the point when people were coming in, I'd start warning them. It's like, don't expect any coin talk here. This is this is it's gone different now. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's like I said yesterday. I love listening to other people's opinions, whether or not I agree with them or not. I think we got onto flat Earth and everything last night.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you. Can I be completely honest?
Yeah, of course.
Flat Earth as a subject scares me.
Yeah, I've not done any research into it, but I have heard a lot about the moon landings being fake, and the more I hear about it, the more it makes me go, how did they do that in the 60s? We didn't even have the internet.
Yeah.
You couldn't even get a signal, but then they managed to phone up from the moon and say, I'm on the moon. Like, but now we can't even do that now, and like you're in one part of the country and you're like, hello. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. The lunar landing is completely different. But what I mean about just the subject, like discussing the subject of flat Earth scares me because people are so polarized and so passionate about it. It's like if you don't agree with them, you start getting fights coming out. So, I always say I'm open to everybody's opinion. If I don't agree with you, it doesn't mean I don't want to hear it. But even just the subject of flat Earth, I start to peel away a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, mate. I mean, the Earth's round. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, but the Earth's round.
Well, what I said last night is I can't understand what benefit there is from telling people, if the world was flat, how does it change your life? Realistically, after the revelation about, we've been lied to and it's actually flat, in 6 months' time, how would your life be actually different?
It wouldn't.
They wouldn't in any way. Why would people care? They wouldn't. It doesn't. Look, the shape of the Earth is the shape of the Earth, and I don't see any benefit out of lying from it whatsoever. I don't see why anyone would benefit from lying about it. But it is an interesting conversation, and obviously, I do like to hear other people's opinions. But while we're getting onto that, let me just pick this up here because this is the Little John coin from the, and I'm just grabbing some silver and just changing the subject now.
What size is a good point? Yeah, what size is that? Is that 1 ounce?
That's 1 ounce size.
You must have really big hands, mate, because that looks like a 1/4 ounce to me. I reckon if I was holding that, it would look like a 10-ounce coin.
You know what? Speaking of 1/4 ounces, that's something I've been meaning to bring up with you, mate. Whatever happened what happened to the 1/4 ounce Noah's Ark?
1/4 ounce Noah's Ark?
Yeah.
What one are you referring to?
It was in the box I sent you, the first box.
It might be in my coin book.
Yeah, that's a bullion coin, that one. That's a 1/4 ounce bullion, the one with a ship on it.
Oh, yeah. Are they the brown ones?
No, it's silver. It's silver coloured. Not the halfpenny. It's got Noah's Ark on like mountains on the background. It's this coin, but let me find it. It's this coin.
I'm gonna get it. I'll be able to show you it. I don't ever remember seeing that.
Definitely. You know, if you watch back the sorry,
I definitely unboxed it.
Well, what you can see it in the unboxing, sat there. You never pick it up and show it, but it kind of gets pushed towards the back with the ones that you've already gone through. So you never pick it up to get on camera, and I've never seen it since. So I just wanted to make sure you got it okay.
Hold fire. I'm gonna come back in 2 seconds. I'll let you take the line. I'm gonna get my coin book because it must be in there.
No worries. We'll get to the bottom of it. I'll get into some comments while you do that, mate.
Yeah, great shout.
I'm just gonna. Who killed JFK? Kieran. Oh wow! Don't get me started on that, mate. I mean, I don't know. I'd love to know. It annoys me. It so annoys me that Trump reclassified the JFK files. I genuinely thought Trump was going to make it freedom of information. We're going to find out what actually happened, but he, I think it's another 30 years he's made top secret for, hasn't it? So who knows? Well, I'll be around in 30 years to find out. Let's wait and see. But something weird went off with JFK. That wasn't. There's a lot more to that than people say there is. No gold or silver for me for a while. Spent to wait too much over 2 weeks. I completely understand that, Stephen. Best way to do it, if you do overspend, take a bit of time out. Don't, Don't keep spending money that you can't afford. I'm exactly the same. There's a few bits I would love to get, but I'm just taking a bit of a break at the moment. Fault for flat Earth debate. Apologies. No, not at all, Si. I love talking about it. I just get a little bit worried that I'm going to offend people, and I never want to offend anybody when we discuss things. So that's fine. Justin Baxter says, "Wasn't me." I'm sure it wasn't. Kieran Williams, what if they lied that all coin, bullion, and bars are not made of silver? I mean, yeah. I mean, there's lies there. I mean, what? Like silver doesn't exist, or they're made of something else? Because I do test a lot of my silver just to make sure it is silver. Certainly the stuff I don't get from an official mint. But yeah, no, I'd be a bit annoyed if that was a lie, because that would mean a lot of my coins aren't what they're supposed to be. Stephen, same here. My last purchase was a tube of maples. Yeah, is that about overspending a bit? Absolutely, it's the best way to go. Justin Baxter, I got a Noah's Ark from My Silver Journey. Yeah, is it My Silver Journey? Isn't it him who's got the 5 Ozzer? Somebody out there who's got the 5 Oz Noah's Ark, and that's good. What's the name of the mint? It's a Leap. What is it? And I'm going to try and test myself here. It's a Leap Zig Metal Underflunden mint or something like that. And I have just completely, that was, I don't have it written down, but it's something like that. It's a really, really long Germanic mint. And I do a video where I'm reviewing it, and I actually read out the full name of the mint, which is quite fun.
I am back.
Hi, we found it.
Well, no, I've had to do a bit of digging, and I have where I store some of my precious metals. I'm not going to go into detail for obvious reasons. But we've got all of these vintage Queen Victoria pieces here that you've sent me. Queen Elizabeth here, the 1961 pennies with obviously some different dates. These are not in my coin book because unfortunately it doesn't hold of coins of that size, so I have to put them in a separate packet. We've also got the 6pence 1996 piece here, which is Queen Elizabeth. That one rings a bell. Okay, so if we go through, it could well be in that collection there. It could well be in there.
It's about the size of a pound coin.
Okay. It's going to be here somewhere. Let's go through. Let's have a look.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to speak about is my you gave me a heart attack the other day, mate.
Oh God, why is that?
Because you've changed your name on YouTube, haven't you?
Well, it's fun. Yeah, 365 noticed this as well. Basically, it always annoyed me that when people tagged me, it said Future Investments 2022. And I just didn't think it looked very clear, very professional. All you guys have like Silver Stacker, 365 days of silver, the Silver Stacker, McDonald Bullion, and mine was Future Investments 2022. And I've changed the tag to Future Investments Bullion. Now, my channel name is 100% still Future Investments, and that's what I will be referred to as. But it's just my tag handle has changed to Future Investments Bullion rather than Future Investments 2022 because it correlates better with investing and obviously precious metals. So that was the reason for that. But it's still Future Investments. It's just the handle was being updated to something a bit more appropriate, I think.
Yes, but it does mean that the bookmark I have for your channel didn't work, and I thought your channel had been deleted the other day.
Ah, really? Right. So if you had clicked the link, it didn't take you there.
No, because the bookmark I've got is for the old channel name. So now the bookmark doesn't work. It takes me to a let me see if I can do it. I'll show you what I get.
Oh bugger! I might have to change it back.
No, it's because look, so we'll go on to this one, and I click Future Investments up here.
Yeah,
that's what I got. this page isn't available. Sorry about that. Try searching for something else. I was like, no, future investment's gone. What's happened?
Oh,
and then,
shit.
I was like, oh no, I think I remember him changing his name, and it's because the link's at Future Investments 2022/videos. So I've just got to resave that. But it panicked me for a moment, mate. I thought, I was like, no, what's happened?
Yeah, I thought it would automatically still work, but of course that it wouldn't. Okay. I wonder if I should change it back then, or just leave it as it is now as Future Investments Bullion.
Just leave it as it. I'd leave it as it is now, mate, for Future Investment Bullion. I think you're right. The date, it's dated, isn't it? As soon as 2022 is gone, it's irrelevant, isn't it? So I think keep it as it is now. We might be a couple of people after we say bookmarks, but that's not too much hassle, is it?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. But that was the reason. Going back to the coins, these are also ones you sent me, the half pennies, which I actually love. I just love the ship on them. You've got 1967. I think I put them in date order. 1960, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. Yeah. Love those pieces. I don't.
Hold on, you've got it. Boom.
That one there.
Yeah.
Perfect. I knew I would have it somewhere, and I can see what you mean. It's like a pound coin. It's thicker. Yeah,
it's this exact coin, like in quarter-ounce bullion.
Oh, it's got the same one. Oh, that's in a capsule. Oh, nice. Yeah, here we go. I'll get it closer up. I'll keep it out on view because it is a bit criminal keeping it away. Republic of Armenia.
Just some questions.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the coin is Armenian, but it's minted in Germany. It's a Germanic mint. I do say the full title of a mint. I mean, we can find it now. Let's. I like this setup. I like having my PC here in the background because we can just Google stuff.
Yeah. I didn't really want to keep it out of because I don't have a small capsule for it. I wanted to keep it in the wallet because I know being this silver piece, I didn't want it to get buffed up. But I don't know your opinions. Maybe it's all right to stay out.
It's a bit. I think that one's all right, mate. Because I kept that one out. That was like before I sent that to you. It was part of my YouTube stash, and you can see it's a bit dinged up already. So I think I'd just keep that one out and about for you. But it is 999 silver. But here we go, guys. I told you it's a really long name. It's Leipziger Edelmetall Verarbeitungs GmbH. They're a Germanic mint who an affiliate company of Geiger. Who was it that was talking about Geiger? So that was that you, Justin, who said it was Geiger? No, Stephen. So it's an affiliate company of Geiger. So you're not wrong, Stephen. But as I say, it's the Leipzig Edelmetall mint that actually produce it. A great coin. One of my favourite bullions, actually, the dram coin.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I completely forgot that it had Noah's Ark on it. I don't tend to look at my book an awful lot. I tend to look at it when I add stuff to it, and then I go back through and go, oh, I've got this. But I'm pleased. You worried me there. I thought I'd misplaced it, which I thought would be very strange because it all went straight in. Whatever I could fit in the book went in the book. But yeah, I'll keep this out now for future reference. Now I know it'll be all right to stay out and that. And also it gets to be shown. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm cherry picking a comment here because it's really piqued me interest. But Cyber Salman, I actually have a 50p piece that none of you have ever seen before. None of us have seen it before. What is that, Cy? That is, I see that as a challenge there. We've got Noah's Ark used to be so cheap. They did used to be cheap. We used to have a real problem with milk spotting too, much worse than Royal Mint right now, and we do seem to have sorted it out. But they're a nice coin, and they're kind of underrated a little bit because of problems we've had in the past. But I like them. Now that I got one needful too, that's for Maples, isn't it? That we were talking about earlier. 23 grand. Is that how much you spent recently? What was that on, Stephen? That's a lot. Is that a car or a house or something?
20 grand. Wow.
Yeah. Kieran made of something else or never been silver. I'd be upset, mate. That's Kieran asked a question earlier about what if we'd been lied to and the coins we've got were never silver in the first place. I'd probably cry. I would probably cry if I found out all my silver coins were We're not silver. Yeah, they are Armenian. It's the official bullion of Armenia. It is their official bullion, but as I say, they don't have their own. They don't have the mint capacity to make them. Apparently, you should set up a Rumble account, Future. You're a bit younger and cooler than me. What's a Rumble account?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to put in the comments what a Rumble account is, because it sounds odd to me. I've not heard of that. Yeah, a Rumble account.
Wow, £4, Stephen. One I sent to Future was a tenner. That's,
Oh yeah, there we go. My first quarter ounce Noah's Ark cost me just over £4. Wow, and this one cost you £10.
Yeah. It was I think it was a bit of a markup with postage, etc. on it. Do you have a story of that one, mate? That was the giveaway for my 250 subscriber. Right, that's what I bought. My plan, because the first one, 100 subscribers, was for £half, wasn't it? And then I had this mad idea that I thought I'd go up in increments. So for 250 subscribers, it's a quarter of the way to 1,000. I'll get a quarter ounce bullion, and for 500, I'll get the half ounce bullion, and then for 1,000, we'll do the full bullion. But do you know when that quarter ounce turned up? It was on its own as a prize. I thought it was so underwhelming.
Oh no. I can understand why you think that, but when I'm holding it in person, it's got the wow factor as if it was a 1 ounce piece. It's so detailed.
Yeah, but the rooster I did end up giving away.
Precious metals. I think that's a problem with precious metals. When they're so small, it seems so insubstantial. You know, you look at a quarter ounce gold Britannia, and to someone who doesn't know gold, they'd be like, well, that's pointless, it's tiny. But unbeknownst to them, it's like £450 worth of bullion, you know. So that's the one thing that is wrong with bullion. But yeah.
Yeah, this is what I ended up giving away, the 2017 half ounce rooster, because it's a nicer size coin, definitely a nicer size coin. Justin hasn't got any maples yet. I don't think neither of us have got any maples yet, have we? You haven't got a maple yet, have you?
No, I would love to add them to my stack. I don't like the fact that they're not capital gains tax exempt here in the UK, but they are so stunning. And to be fair, 1 ounce silver maples, I don't think you're ever going to pay tax on those if you sell them under the threshold limit in a single sale. So maybe it doesn't really matter that they're not capital gains tax exempt, to be fair. But yeah, I would love some. I would absolutely love some.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to have a quick look at this email that I've just been sent. So I'm using a coin here because look. Oh, that's for wallet. I don't think it's come through. I've just had another one come through. 1 off 50p piece. Oh wow! How did that happen? Okay, that's fine to show people.
I'm just going to say that Stephen said I spent £23,000
on gold and silver.
Holy shit, that's an investment. Fair play.
That is an investment. Look at this 50p here, Future. It's like it's got a penny like in it. How did you do that, Si, mate? I'm very interested. Oh, that's yeah, it's like got a penny inside the 50p.
I wonder if that's a minting error.
It'd be a crazy minting error, wouldn't it? You'd have to get like a penny mixed up with the 50p's. If that was a minting error, that'd be worth a fortune, buddy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would be worth a fortune. You're right. You never know. Could be. I mean, who knows? But
talking of minting errors, going back to the Liberty Bleed Silver live chat I was meant to be going on, that was one of the main reasons for that chat, for him to show me he's got a double dyed Britannia, you know.
A double dyed Britannia?
Yeah, so like all the letters and numbers are like they're there twice, they're like over the top of each other.
Is that gold or silver?
Silver. So it's very similar to what Backyard Bullion's been selling recently. He's had a few error Britannias, hasn't he?
Yeah. I know John's got John, one of the viewers, said hello in the chat earlier. He's got a 50p. That's the minting error, I believe. Someone's offered him loads of money for it before. I believe it's like blue or something like that. Oh no, it's It's like a 50p that was pressed with the 10p font or something like that. But yeah, worth a load of money. Pretty
Wow.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's like those you've seen the silver pennies or the copper 20p's that are out there.
Yeah, yeah. Mental
Yeah.
stuff.
I've got a threepence somewhere. I've got what I think could be a minting error threepence somewhere where it looks like it's made out of copper, not brass. So I don't know where that is. I'll have to dig it out. It may not be a minting error. It might be what someone's done to it after. Just I think if you heat the brass up enough, it turns like a coppery colour. So it might be that.
Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of dragons, have you seen Cobra Stacker's dragon?
Yeah. That's what I was referring to earlier when he did a video, and he gave me a shout out, and he's bought a new dragon, and he said he was worried that I thought I would think that he's copied me, but I said, I wouldn't worry. I would never think that anyway. But I love it. Yeah, it's awesome to see another dragon in someone's setup.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And what a coincidence! Him, getting one pretty much exactly the same time as you.
That is actually.
That's madness.
All I've got to add now to my backdrop is a baby Groot with a little tree growing out.
Well, you know what? They're a set of 4. It's not just that one. There's this one, and then like 3 other poses he does. So we should all get one each.
Where can you get them from? Is it Amazon?
Yeah, you can. They're on eBay.
eBay. I'm going to search it right now as we're on the live chat.
I think they are on Amazon too, but they're definitely on eBay.
Okay, awesome. Groot. How's your S&P 500 going? Moving back onto investments. Are you happy with your returns on it? I think it's dropped a little bit at the moment, but
yeah, it did over the last couple of days. There was a bit of a drop. It went down. I'm still in green. But this week, the very last of my eToro went into. I'm in green across the board now. Everything in green. At Christmas, it was January. I closed everything in eToro that was in the green. So the only thing left in there was all the stuff that was in the red at the time. And this week, they've finally, like the very last of them are now green. So I'm making money on everything at the moment, which is brilliant news.
Wow, that's amazing, mate. I'm glad to hear that. Really, really nice to hear that you're green in everything. I know you've made quite a bit of profits in your S&P 500, haven't you? You put in a bit of money a while ago and you forgot about it, checked it, and you was like, oh wow, it's gone up significantly.
Yeah, I've got a couple of there's that one, and then there's another one that's kind of like I've got one I've been doing for about a year now, and that's what is it? It's not necessarily the S&P 500. It's the US large business cap. So it's kind of S&P 500-ish, a little bit more. It's considered to be medium risk, so it's got a little bit of a better return on it. So I've been doing that one for about a year, and that's got a dividend yield on it as well every 12 months. So every 12 months, I get something like 3% return on the money as well.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. But that's something I'd love to talk about at some point. The difference between DIST assets and ASST assets, because I know a lot of people might not understand that. And it's basically that's just the yield that you get. But so a DIST is a distributing stock, and what that means is now I'm gonna have to get this the right way around. They distribution pay out the yield, the dividend yield, whereas an ASST reinvest it into the company. And I think ASSTs are very good because I look to reinvest my dividends anyway. Do you look to get dividends on your stocks when you invest, or do you just look for growth stocks?
Yeah, so I currently only actually, in terms of that, have the S&P 500. I've got it as it reinvests, so it compound interest. So I don't take any payments from it. So yeah, like the dividends get reinvested, unlike the accumulating. Yeah, so I would rather always do that so I can allow it to compound interest, basically.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got enough money in there to even reap the benefits of having been paid dividends, essentially, either. Maybe in the future, but yeah, I need all of the money I've got to be reinvested and compound interest. It is a confusing topic. I've got my S&P 500, and I accidentally manually bought a different S&P 500 stock because my portfolio says like 200 pound, for example, but
Mm.
I've got 150 in one part of SP 500 and 50 in the other, and
Yeah.
I'm in green in both. I'm in green and I'm positive in both quite well, so I'm reluctant to take it out. But it really annoys me that there's two variants, both are in pounds as well. So I'm not sure what I managed to do there. But it kind of, yeah, I know we had that thing with Jasmine, was it? She emailed us both and was trying to figure out how to set up the S&P 500, and we were both giving her advice, but we both have got different accounts somehow, different S&P.
Yeah. I think when it came down to it, we both recommended the same one, because I ended up going on going on to 212 and having a look on 212 to really know what I was talking about. And when I did that, I think we both actually recommended the exact same one. When I first recommended, I use eToro, and if the S&P for eToro, the one that I consider to be the best is the VOO, which is the Vanguard. But there's loads of different ones that are based on the S&P 500. They'll all perform fairly similarly, which is why you've got both yours in the green, because they're all based on the same companies. It's just that they weigh the investment slightly different. So, you know, and this is hypothetical figures, but what we might do on one of them is put 33% in Amazon, and then only 10 in Apple. But one of the other ones might have 15 in Apple and 25 in Amazon, and they're just weighted differently through the companies in the S&P 500. So you know, there's not a huge amount of difference in those. I know the one that I thought was really good when I went to 212 is the one that you've actually got your money in, which is what is it? It's the Vanguard.
UAG.
Yes, VUAG. That's the one. Yeah, yeah. And that is, if
Yeah.
you're on 212, that's definitely the one I recommend on 212.
Yeah, that's what I've got. But what I don't understand, it's weird. I set up a pie. On Trading 212, you can set up like a trading pie, so you can see your investments. And I've only got the S&P 500, but I've got like X amount invested in one part and another small amount invested in the second part of the S&P. But they're both VUAG and they're both the same like ITF, setup. So I don't know how I've managed to do that. At the end of the day, I don't suppose it matters because they're both in the green, and I could sell the smaller one off if I wanted. But it's just odd because the one that I've got predominantly set up to have a direct debit in is the one you're referring to of the one I have every month, X amount of money going. Well, I'm not sure what I did, to be honest. It just annoys me because I'm very OCD. I like to know exactly what's going on, and the fact that I somehow purchased a different part of the same S&P 500, it confused me. So.
Yeah. Just very quickly, review. Sorry, Cyber Simon's off. He's got work at 4 a.m. in the morning. So thank you so much for popping down, Si. Great to have you as always, mate. And Kieran, I've both myself and Future have got ISAs, but I also invest in general stocks and shares outside the ISA as well.
Yeah, definitely. Goodbye, Side Sandman. Thank you for spending all this time in the live chat. Really appreciate your support. Yes, I've done it in an ISA, same as Fat Collector. Here in the UK, you can invest up to £20,000 a year tax free. And the great thing is when you come to liquidate your entire investment into the S&P 500, if it's well over whatever amount, you could take it out tax free. So very, very nice. Just going back to Stephen, he said, I think he's referring to the amount of money, the £24,000 he's invested in precious metals so far. I think he's saying what it is. He's got 10 ounces of gold Britannias, and the rest was 10 ounces and 1 ounce silver bars. I'm not going to start counting them because I've forgotten, but that is very impressive. Very awesome. Very well done, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I get so impressed with some people's stacks.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. I mean, I know a lot of the guys have bigger stacks than they show, which is the smart thing to do. But it's just such a good investment. I really find it hard to find an argument against gold and silver bullion.
Yeah, I don't think there's any valid argument really because of the fun aspect to it as well. They're not a standard stock or share. You know, it's a hobby. It's great on a number of different. Oh, Future, guess what you missed last night? A
what was that?
peek spoiler at my entire collection.
Oh no!
Yeah. I know you've been
Is
after.
that your entire collection, including bullion, gold, silver, and numismatic?
Well, you've seen most of my gold and silver from one point or the other. I don't think I've ever had it all in one go, but it was my numismatic stuff. I was going through. I had a very quick rummage through my numismatic collection and show people because it's just here in the corner, boxed away. So yeah, if you want to, if you want to have a quick spoiler, because I so want to get it all out and show everybody the full collection, but I don't think it's going to be possible at this house. I'm going to have to find a lot of space to spread it all out. I might have to do it in a couple of videos, but yeah, I did just a little spoiler, and I thought of you, buddy, when I did it, because I know you've been wanting to see for well, probably before I even started the channel, haven't you? Since I was just a subscriber on your channel before.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try and catch that live stream you did, but obviously it's 4 hours long, so I'll probably have to watch it in increments, and I'll set it up like while I'm cooking dinner tomorrow. My partner, she's on a different shift pattern to me next week, so in the evenings I can really focus on YouTube, and that's the week. Every other week I get to sit down and really delve into your videos. You, the Stack Collector, Side Salmon, everyone's silver stacker, nickel stacking. Talking about nickel stacking. Welcome. He said, oi, 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 oi. So thank you for joining, Nickel Stacker. But yeah, that must have been why your YouTube live stream was so long. 4 hours of you trying to get all your numismatics out of the boxes.
It was a very, very quick sneak peek where I rummaged through the boxes and just show a few bits. I'll do it now, Theo. Do you want me to do? Do you want a very quick spoiler of my numismatic collection?
Yeah, of course, absolutely, yeah.
All right then. Seems it's you guys. It's the Future Investments crew. How should I say no?
Right. Thank you.
Okay. So down here you've got a few tubs full of they're half pennies, right? I think they're pennies in those two. You've got a pile of albums right there for date runs. Boxes, they're all silver proofed in the boxes. There's some crowns and all that kinds of different stuff in them, and then the main boxes here. Because what I did yesterday, I got the bunk box out, and that's all my bunk coins. Brilliant uncirculated is one. If anybody didn't know, so that's all these kind of coins. The copper knuckle ones. Because I've got I like to get the full set, like with the Merlins. I've got the bullion, the silver proof, and the copper nickel £5 coins as well. So that's me. That's the bunk coins. This right here, these are all 3 decimal pennies. So these go back to like Victorian times, Georgian times, and you can see there's it kind of doesn't stop.
Wow.
That is going to take some lifting up. Let me just.
Holy moly!
Here we go. And then these here, these are ones I've actually been able to go through. So all by year. So you've got they're 1964 shillings, 1947 florins, and it keeps going. But there's every year for every silver coin in here. Between they're the non-silver years, so that's 1947 through to 1967. But yeah, that's all the old ones. But as I say, I've got to go through the coppers. That's going to take me so long, guys.
Mate, I'm surprised it's not all falling through your floor.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared of a table, putting it on the table, because there's a lot of weight there.
How long have you been stacking numismatic then? Because it's got to be years. Looking at that, I mean, it's astronomical.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I mean, my whole life I've had bits and bobs here and there. The last few years it got really, really intense. My dad gave me some of his collection as a bit of a gift, which came in this. This was full. Great big. That was whiskey. Look at the size of that.
Oh.
That's a big one. That was full. So that was his penny jar from when he was a kid. It was just full of mix.
Wow.
I had to go through it all and sort them all out. It took forever. And I love to buy them in like biscuit tin tubs full for cheap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of saying like 50p per coin, just say, well, you take this for the whole lot. And a lot of the time we'll go on then. Why not? So you can, Nicholas, I'm not kidding when I say I've got quite a few, but yeah, copper and nickel, those ones are. I do keep them separately to the silver coins. What about this one from Kieran Future? Have you ever thought about getting into startup companies?
Good question. Not particularly, no. I'm a bit more traditional, thinking about property. And if I was to start a business, it would be my own bullion company, which I still want to do. I did start creating the website. I own the domain for it. I own the rights to it, the name. So I've got all that. I did start producing it, and it's still there in the background. So if I do anything, it'll be like a startup bullion company.
Yeah.
But yeah. No. How about yourself?
Not necessarily startups. I'll tell you what I have been thinking about getting into recently is penny stocks. And I know a lot of startups are in penny stocks. It's not guaranteed. It's big risk, but there's a lot of reward there if you can get it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm not that great and don't actually know too much about startups. So I'd have to do research before commenting on it. But again, penny stocks, I actually don't know much about. When you say penny stocks, it makes me think of Wolf of Wall Street when Leonardo DiCaprio is trading the penny stocks.
Yeah. Basically, penny stocks. And I'm not an expert in penny stocks. I don't know as much about penny stocks as I do, normal stocks and shares. But penny stocks are basically they are stocks and shares that have the value of pennies, so less than a dollar or a pound for an entire share. So like, whereas Amazon's like how many thousands for a whole share, or one Bitcoin's how many thousands. These you buy the entire shares for like pence. And the idea is that they'll go up very, you've got a lot of room for growth on them. But one of the main problems is you get a lot of pump and dumps with penny stocks, and what that is, it's when someone pumps up a stock to get the value up on it, and as soon as the value goes up, they just sell out all of theirs, and just the value goes straight down as well. So there's a lot of risk with penny stocks, but there's a lot of ways where you can actually make very huge profits compared to normal stocks and shares, which will only go up and down normally a very small amount on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, sure. Oh, that's really interesting to know. I just want to say, while we've been talking, I've been handling these beautiful 1 penny pieces with Queen Victoria on that you actually gifted me, and there's this one here that I absolutely love. It's actually the most worn piece in this little stack of these, and it's actually the minted 100 years before I was born in 1896. I was born in 1996. So I think that's amazing that this coin was made 100 years before I was even born. And I just love the history of how many lives and people this has touched. And obviously they're long gone now, and it'll be probably around long gone, long after I'm gone. And it's just surreal to think about. But yeah,
Do
I
you want to
love
see
that, the
my,
history.
my oldest coin? The very oldest coin I
Absolutely.
own.
I was actually going to ask you that when you was going through your tubs. That was my next question. The oldest coin you've got.
Well, I found this very recently at the top of that tub, just sat there on the top of it. Literally just went down and I was like, what is that? And it's a George II. There we go.
Holy shit! What date's that?
Wow, it's early 1700s. It's impossible. It's kind of impossible to work out if it's a young George or a old George. He had two portraits, so I can't even narrow it down too much on this one. Lee's piped up. I'm not surprised. Have you seen some of Lee's recent purchases? His groats, etc. My word, Lee, he really has picked up some beautiful coins. But as I say, I just found this, which is cool because what it means is now I need a coin from George the Third because I've got George the Second here. Where is he? George the Second there. I've got George the Third right here. I've got George the Fourth. Where's George the Fourth? I've got some George the Fourth. I've got obviously got George the Fifth and Sixth. So I want to get a George the First coin, and then I can do a video about every single King George we've had so far.
Yeah, that's amazing. I just love the history of coins. It makes me think like, what was life like then? What were people doing? Who owned that coin? Who held it in their hands? I do just want to quickly jump back to the comments before we continue talking about that. McDonald Bullion's joined the chat a while ago and said, "Hey guys, so welcome McDonald Bullion. Thanks for joining, mate." Silver Stacker said, "That's a cool coin, future investments." Yeah, they all are. I'm very lucky that the Stack Collector sent me half of his numismatic collection, which I now have. So I take great pleasure in it. McDonald Bullion said, "I'd love a shipwreck coin." Yeah. I don't have a shipwreck coin, do I? From you, I don't think.
No, I don't. I don't own any shipwreck coins, but that would be, it's something I always wanted to do, is people who make a living out of reclaiming things from shipwrecks. So wine's a big one that sells. They go down and get crates of wine that's never been opened and sell them from like millions of pounds a bottle, because it's just not, it's free. It's bottles of wine from like King George III, but you just can't get anymore. You know what I mean? So it's shipwreck stuff. With me being a diver and a bit of a treasure hunter and collector anyway, shipwreck coin would be a dream.
Yeah, that would be unreal to own a coin that has been picked up from a shipwreck, especially if you yourself dived and picked it up. I mean, how mental would that be? Nickel Stacken said, think how many people have owned that coin. Yeah, I mean, this one's 100 years old, but the ones the Stack Collector was just showing. Yeah, can you imagine how many people have owned that coin, who held it in their possession as actual currency?
Yeah.
The family. It's incredible. It really is. It's You could go on forever. I mean, it's just endless. The families. There was a family that would have owned that, would have had dad, mum, children, but then they would have died hundreds of years later. Another family owned it. It's just insane. So, you almost can't comprehend how many lives and generations the coin has come in touch with. And the sad thing is, we all come and we all go, and whether you're a celebrity or not, there's a certain point in time where you basically are never going to be remembered. Um,
It's
and it's just
yeah.
mental.
Can I just say, because this is something I say to people, I can't remember who it was, a great philosopher, and what he says is you die twice, you have two deaths, and your first death is when you die, and the second death, which is in many ways the worst one, is where it will be a point in history where the last person ever to think of you
Mentions
will
your
think of
name.
you for the last time,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
the second death, because that's when you die from history,
Yeah.
which is very sad thought, isn't it? How macabre is that? It's like, oh wow.
It is. It really is. I mean, that is mental, isn't it? The first time you die, and then the second time you die is the last time somebody who knew you or knew of you
Yeah.
utters your name or even thinks about you. And then after that point in history, nobody will ever know you existed on the earth, ever. In the history of Earth, from the time of the dinosaurs till the day the earth explodes, you will never be thought of or spoken about. I mean, it's just surreal. And there's obviously people out there who have gone and that's happened to, that we obviously don't even know, but there's people out there that would have been alive, died, and then maybe they were even a celebrity back in the day, if you like, for example. And then eventually time passed so much that just became no knowledge, and the last person said or thought of them, and that's it. And now no one knew they ever existed. Insane.
Yeah, you can see you can definitely see the appeal in getting immortalized. Like there are some people out there who are immortal because of like Achilles, Hercules. They're
Yeah,
immortal. Their names will transcend time until the end of humanity. Because
yeah.
they're just stamped in history. So that's amazing for. I just want to go back to the comments quickly, because there's one I can answer quite well for Silver Stacker, who said, "I thought you weren't allowed to take anything from shipwrecks." Salvage rights, mate. If it's in open water, you've got salvage rights if you discover it. However, now this might be what you've read or seen, and it might be what you're referring to. If a certain amount of people die in the sinking of that ship, the ship itself becomes a sunken graveyard, and you're not allowed to go near it. There's ships in there, ships in the bottom of the ocean that we know exactly where they're from World War II, that are at the cargo holds are full of gold bullion, but it's an international maritime graveyard, and they have you have coast guards and navies that patrol it, and you are not allowed to go anywhere near it. So there are some ships. You're absolutely right. There's some ships you're not allowed to mess with. Other ships, you absolutely are. You're allowed to salvage them and keep whatever you got. McDonald Bullion, yes, if you can get some coral growth on your coin to prove that it is wreckage coin, absolutely. I've seen a few on like porn stars where they've had a few in there, and that's they do go for mega bucks. nickel stacking, silver stacking, you might not, but I surely would. Yeah, no. I mean, most of the time you can, and most of the time you have salvage rights. You actually have a legal right to the stuff that you find in the water. Just don't tell anyone. Again, most of the time, Justin, you don't. You know, it's fine. It's fine. You know, we're all right to salvage. So I hope that helps answer your question there, buddy.
Yeah, I'd just like to touch on that. I know a family member that does metal detecting, and you're supposed to. Normally, it's done on like a farmer's land, and the farmer knows about it. But the agreement is, you know, I think that if someone a metal detector finds something, they split it with the owner of the land. But there is obviously an element of just put it in your pocket and don't tell anyone. But what's crazy is you hear the stories of people who've done metal detecting and they've come across like a bag or a hoard of Roman coins worth millions,
Yeah.
and somehow it gets found out about, or they're very honest, maybe too honest in my opinion, and tell people. And the government takes a big
Yeah.
wet bite and says, "Thank you very much. I'll have some of that," and you can't even have
Heritage.
it. It's going to
Yeah.
a museum. Yeah, I mean, I know this sounds bad, but if that was me, that'd be going straight in my pocket, and I'll be leaving the site and going home straight away.
Well, it tempts people to take things and keep them hidden from museums, doesn't it? If a
Yeah,
museum pays a fair price for it, then that's one thing. But I'll be honest with you, I used to have a metal detector. I sold it on my market store years ago, purely because the laws are so rubbish here in the UK. You're not allowed to metal detect public land. You're not allowed to metal detect farmers' land. You're not allowed to metal detect beaches unless you have a landowner's permission. You're not, and that's fair. You can understand a farmer's field. You can't just go digging it up without his permission.
yeah, of course.
Public ground, like moorland and stuff like that. Well, you should be able to go out with a metal detector. And if you find something from hundreds of years ago, what's the problem? But one thing I do want to try about some of the same vein is magnet fishing.
Yes, there's a good YouTube channels doing that.
Mm,
And divers, you've probably seen a lot of the guys that do a really big diving channel. He's
yeah.
got like 13 million subscribers or something, and he goes diving and finds all sorts, weapons and all sorts of stuff. It's
Is it an
amazing.
American? Is it an American chap with youngish
It
with
is.
dark hair?
Yeah, funny enough, he actually went on the Titan that recently imploded, and
Oh wow.
he's resurfaced some of his footage, and he actually went out on a trip on it, which he was
Yeah.
invited to. So
I've,
yeah, but I believe it's the same bloke we're talking about.
yeah, I've seen some of his videos where he's found like drones and everything in lakes.
Yeah, mental.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of fun, wouldn't it? I love, I don't know, I just love finding treasure. You know, I just love being out there treasure hunting of any way. You know, ever since I was a kid, it's just my dream.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think it's been a long live stream now. It's nearly 10 o'clock, and unfortunately, I've got to be up very early for work. So I think I'm gonna have to consider drawing this to an end if you don't mind, Stack Collector.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm after the 4 hour live last night. I've been pretty out of it all day today, so it's been a great chat today, Future. But yeah, coming up to 2 hours, I think it's probably a good time to. It's Sunday night, and people's got work in the morning, haven't they? So it's probably a good time to get cracking off. I know I've got a few jobs I need to catch up with, and then I've got to get back onto the house move afterwards.
yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, you said it very well. And I normally we only go for an hour live stream, really, don't we? So it's been great. 2 hours of great chat, great
Although,
communication with you guys in the comments.
before we go, Future, quickly, I was thinking, over the next few weeks, we'll give away a Churchill coin every week. What do you reckon?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
One of your Churchill coins, because I think you know, Future. I've got a surplus of these, so
Well,
yeah, I
I
thought
imagine you might.
we'd give one away a week for a little while. How do you want to do it? Should we do this one the same way? Have you got a pen and paper to hand, or?
I can. Yep, I have actually. Bear with me.
Cool.
Do
So
you
if
want
you
me to
want
pick
to,
a number?
yeah, if you write down a number between 1 and 10, and then as soon as Future's done it, not yet, guys, but as soon as Future's done it, we'll see who's the first one to get the number right.
Okay, here we go. Right. Here's the pen. Here's the paper. It's a blank sheet of paper, so you guys can see I'm about to write it down. I'll sign it as well. Here we go. Writing it down.
McDonald's bullying straight in with a guessing. That's all right, mate. No worries, no worries. I started right.
Here we go. I've got it written down, ready to roll.
Wow, Lee! I love Lee. He's amazing. Lee's so funny. Guess what numbers Lee's guessed?
Hang on a minute. Some of you are saying multiple guesses. How does that work?
I don't. I normally. I know, Karen. This has gone insane. All right,
That's
Karen.
not really fair.
Karen, I'll send you a Churchill, mate. All right, well
He wants one. He wants one.
yeah. We'll send Karen off because Karen, I'll send you one to apologise because I owe you a couple of coins from previous giveaways I've not got to you yet. So I'm going to send you a Churchill coin to say sorry about that. But we'll right if you don't mind waiting. Have you got the number down?
I have, yes.
Brilliant. Okay. Right. Okay. So at 3, 2, 1, the first one to get it right wins this Churchill coin, and you'll have to let us know when someone gets it now. So the previous guesses don't count. You've got it. It's
yeah. Sounds like
Stacker, I'll send you one for your birthday, mate. Dude, if you want one, Silver Stacker, you can. It's been your birthday recently. I'll send you one for your birthday, mate. Right, we've got first guess at 8, 2, 4.
Yeah.
Nobody yet. Come on, guys, keep going. 7. God, it's a beautiful coin. Everyone loves this Churchill crown. Right, how many guesses? 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 6 numbers left. It could be. There's only 6 numbers. Come on, guys. Everyone was going crazy first. We've got 3. Is it 3?
It is 3.
Hey! There we go. There we go. Lee, I love Lee. Lee's gone in at 0 and 10. And well, don't worry, McDonald. I think you've already got one coming anyway, haven't you? So that's no problem. Silver Stacker, you can have one for your birthday, mate. It's literally just been your birthday a couple of days ago. I was going to try and get something out to you anyway, mate. So that's no problem. Let me. Right, mate. I need to start taking notes of what people win.
So Justin Baxter's won it on number 3.
Yeah. So let me just get a pen quickly because. I promise everybody who wins something, you will always get it. Can you just write down on that piece of paper for me, future? Silver Stacker, Justin Baxter, Kieran, McDonald's already got one coming out, I know of anyway. So Kieran, Silver Stacker, and Justin on this one. And as I say, guys, if you haven't won this time, we're going to give away the same coin next week. We might do it, but if you've won it before, you're not allowed to do it in future, just to give other people a chance of winning something, but who knows? But we'll give away a 1965 Churchill commemorative crown for the next few weeks at least.
Yeah, great idea, mate. Very nice of you. Very, very generous of you, as always, to do a giveaway, mate. Great fun as well, I've got to be honest.
No, it's to say thank you for the fun I have coming over here, Future. I have so much. I mean, I know I keep saying it, but it was literally only a few months ago. I was nothing more than a fanboy. So for me to be here talking to you, it's mind blowing. I still pinch myself every time after Sunday's over.
Well, we're a team, mate. We're absolutely a team, and I look forward to doing it again with you in the future. I've got a surprise for you soon. Actually, I'm not going to tell anything more, but I've got a surprise for you soon. So keep tuned, guys, because that'll be fun to do. So that's for yourself, a stack collector, but I won't say nothing more. But,
very exciting. I do love a surprise.
Lee, I've just seen Lee Perola's put a gold-plated Churchill, please.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Do you know what annoys me about Churchill? We don't do it in a silver proof. You can't. You can't get this. I think it's the last one that we did that you couldn't, because the 72 was the first ever one you got in a silver proof. So Churchill was no silver proof option, and I would love to have it in silver. So gold plated would be cool. That would be really, really cool. We can't take guesses for next week yet, guys. You've got to join in next week's chat. Good try. No points for trying though. I mean, that's ingenuity right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, getting the guesses in for next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. Well, it's been a pleasure tonight. Congratulations to Justin Baxter for winning the coin, and to everyone else who's stack collector is going to send a coin out. You're all very fortunate and lucky that he's such a generous guy. It's been a pleasure having you on the channel. I'll be linking your channel in the description as always. So if you're watching it live now, or if you're watching this after it's finished being live, make sure you do go over to the Stack Collectors channel. You can either search it in the YouTube channel search, or you will always find it in every one of my videos, including this video, with his channel linked in the description below. So you can just do a simple click on there and it will take you over. So make sure you subscribe, because he's a top bloke. So thank you for coming on tonight, mate. I didn't expect us to be on for 2 hours. I know you said you was tired from the 4-hour live, and I'm actually quite tired from a busy weekend, and knowing I've got work tomorrow isn't the best thought. So I guess it just shows that we've had a lot of fun. So thanks for tonight, and I'll let you sign it off and say if anything more.
Yeah, no, I think we've had a good old chinwag this week, and I do love it. Are we going to try and do these mostly live?
Oh, I think so. I mean, if you're happy to do that, I'm happy also to do the pre-recorded, but I love both. I really do. I think the lives are much more interactive.
Yeah, I
and they're
think.
easier.
Yeah, I think unless we're doing like a specific subject that we want to deep dive into, we'll do them on pre-recorders. But other than that, it's easier, it's more fun. I prefer it. I think we'll keep them to lives, and we can do the live giveaways on lives. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's much more interactive, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So no, that's probably about it for me as well. I'm gonna try and bring out a couple of videos on my channel. Oh, actually, no, I've got an announcement. Future, shocking breaking news: the Stack Collection may be disappearing from YouTube.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not having it.
Oh, well, the problem we've got is I've not been organised enough, and I haven't got broadband in the new house yet. And I don't know when it's going to be put into the new house, so I don't know what's going to be happening just for the next week or two. I might not be able to. I mean, I'll definitely make myself available for Sunday Night Live, and I'll probably more likely to do lives myself for the next week or two until I've got it sorted out, because I've had some problems with BT and EE. I'm waiting for a manager to call me back regarding that. So yeah, it's my internet connection at the moment. If there is a break, it will be as temporary as possible. I already can't wait to be fully set in and getting proper videos out to you all. But if you can bear with me, if I'm not able to get videos out, that's why, and I will definitely endeavour to get back to you guys as soon as possible, because I miss you all already.
Oh, very nice. Well, I mean, I'm happy to let you do the honours and sign out, mate. You're a guest on the channel as always, part of our team. We're a team as one, but I like you to do the sign off because I start it and you can finish it. So thanks for staying, everyone. Appreciate your time. 2 hours is a long time, but we hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll hand it over to the Stack Collector. It's been a pleasure, mate. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday.
Thank you, Future. And once again, like Future says, thank you to everybody who's taking the time to come and join us today. Having you here in the live chat does make all the difference. The episodes would be absolutely different if we didn't have you all here to interact with. So thank you again for everybody who's taking the time. That is pretty much all for me for today as well. So until next time, as always, keep stacking, take care, and goodbye.